Hey folks, so here we have the About Single page, and we have down below at the bottom the projects carousel. It's an owl carousel, and what this one does is basically has a project name, a description, and then we have the social icons in the top, bottom, left, and right. So you can modify that if you need to have some Twitter pages about that project, or a Facebook page, or maybe that project's actually a client, or whatever you want. But those are some icons you can use to link to different websites. So let's just jump into it, shall we? We'll just open up the About Single page, or in this case I had if you've watched our previous videos, I created copies of that page, one for each individual. So you'd want to open up that individual page, right? Now, this may be a case where, I have About Susie, and I only want to display Susie's projects, but I only have one project carousel. Well, then what you can do is you create a copy of the project carousel. So we go to our library, we go to our components, and we go to our carousels, right? Because it tells us library, components, carousels, projects right here. So we just follow the path, and there's the projects library page right there. Well, okay, create a copy of it and paste it, and call this one projects, I'm just going to go projects hyphen Susie. So if you want, you can create an individual projects carousel for each of your team members. Yep, it's a bit of work, but if that's what you want to do, you can definitely do it. Now, how do you switch this? Well, what you can do is you can, how do we do this here? That's right, we can right click to open the file. We can also double click right here to the path to include, and you see where it's already said, it already links to your library components. Right after the word projects here, you see I've got projects hyphen Susie. Yeah, just right after the S in projects, do the hyphen, type in S-U-Z-I or S-U-Z-I, and click OK, and there we go. Now if I open file, it opens my project Susie file. Kind of cool, eh? That's how you can quickly change a library page and create duplicates. Now, whether I'm working on the projects carousel or Susie's projects carousel, the process is the same now for everything. This is where we need to change the picture, the project name, the description, and the 4 social icons, or the 4 icons here. They don't have to be social networking icons. They're just icon placeholders. We've used Font Awesome, and we've used some social icons, but you can use any icon you want and link it to any other page or any page that you want it to. So to do that, first thing we need to do is, how big is our image going to be? Well, we can double click, do the appearance thing, and it tells us 400 by 400. That's our replacement size image. It's located right here in the images folder. Right, so I would take my little working folder here. I go find my About Single page right here, and there's my 400 by 400 image that I'll use as an example. I'll drag and drop it into my projects folder, my project images folder. And now I can just sort of do a double click. I can either manually type the name of the image in here and risk a typo, or just hit the browse button, and I'll go to my website, my library, components, and carousels, and projects, and images. Yeah, you got to dig down a little bit, but hey, it just saves breaking an image link. I'll select my new image and click OK, and OK. Good. The other thing I need to do is double click on the pic again, go to the Appearance tab, and unselect the Specify Size if it's doing that. There we go. Now the project name, what I suggest you do in this case is, if we hover over, you see how we use the 2 different font styles, a regular font, and then a bold font. If you want to keep that particular styling, I'm going to suggest just click on the first word, flip to code view, and then double click on the word and type in name, and then the second would be of project right here. So you keep the things separated by the span class so that they retain the styling that you had. If not, you can just scrub over and name of project. You can just type that in manually, caps lock it or not, depending on what you want to do, and then change the description right there. Now, every template's going to be a little bit different, but if you see that particular styling, that's how to retain it and not knock it off the tracks there. The other thing we need to do is we need to select the picture, go back to code view, and go down here and address the 4 icons, which is top left, top right, bottom right, and bottom left. and there's your Facebook link, your Twitter, Yelp, and Google, and there's your Font Awesome icon right here. And of course, if you haven't watched we do have other information on working with Font Awesome out there. It's a resource video. It applies to every single page in the site that uses the Font Awesome icon, so it's good information to have firsthand. And then of course, change the link right here to your whatever website you want that icon to link to. Like I said, you don't need Facebook. You can change it to a different icon, and you don't need to link it to a social network site. You can link it to any web page or website that you want to. If you're going to actually end up linking this to a site within your page, I'll show you a little tip. Find the page you want, drag it out right here and drop it right beside the A tag like so. Okay. Then what you can do is you can just grab this, everything in between the double quotes, you can just pull that out and paste it in between the double quotes here, and then you can just do the select tag to get rid of whatever's left over, and that's it. That's how you make sure you link to a page and you have all the dot slashes in the right order so the path to that page is correct.